Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. It's Wednesday, January 26, 2022. And we begin with Plowy McPlowface ready and waiting for the next storm to blow into Minnesota. McPlowface is just one of the state's famously named snowplows. Others standing by are Darth Blader and F. Salt Fitzgerald. The idea to name the machines that make driving safe on Minnesota's roads came from Scotland, which CNN says has more than 50 plows creatively labeled. Minnesota jumped into the fun just last year, and it was so popular they've opened up a new round of voting. Among those to choose from, Betty Whiteout, Control Salt Delete, and Blizzard Hands. The contest is more than just cute, state officials say. It helps to remind drivers that there's a human behind the wheel of the snowplow, and that caution is key when snow starts to pile up. The greatest quarterback of all time might be tipping his hand to his future plans. A day after losing to the LA Rams in the division round playoffs, Tom Brady went on the Let's Go podcast and made it clear that returning to the Buccaneers for the 2022 season isn't just about what's right for him. It has to be right for his family as well. He said while playing football gives him a lot of joy, so too does spending time with his kids. All indications are that Mr. Brady is in no hurry to decide, and he'll take some time to contemplate what's next. Someone who has decided? Sean Payton. The Saints coach stunned the football world yesterday by announcing his retirement. What could be a kid's paradise is on display right now in Austin, Texas. Fortlandia 2022 is described as a celebration of fort building, where architects create various forts to encourage imagination and creativity for young and old alike. This year, it features 8 forts, including a critter cafe with kid-safe kitchen equipment inside, and another has large bamboo tunnels built into a fence. Before starting their journey to the secret hideouts in the woods, kids can pick up their passport to document their adventures. Fortlandia is open through the end of the month at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center and Botanic Gardens. The forecast in Beijing is for heavy smog, and that's not good news for the upcoming Winter Olympics. The spiking pollution levels will be a special concern to athletes taking part in outdoor sports, and expected fireworks for next week's Chinese New Year celebrations won't help. Chinese officials promised to fix the situation and have authorized local governments to take necessary action to improve air quality. Some options include slowing down the work at steel mills and power plants that send plumes of smoke into the air. There's also a program that uses cloud seeding technology to increase rainfall to try and flush chemicals out of the sky. Recently, we told you about the new Girl Scout cookie Adventurefuls, but according to the Washington Post, part of the adventure could be just finding a box of these brownie-inspired treats. The product team with the Girl Scouts Nation said their Adventureful inventory is running low due to extremely high demand and unprecedented COVID-related labor shortages at the facility where the cookies are made. In an update on their website, the organization asked Scouts to stop taking in-person orders for Adventurefuls, but the new flavor is still available to order online. In other KidNuz notes, if you believe Spotify, there's a new Prince of Pop. The Weeknd, whose real name is Abel Tesfaye, just hopscotched over Justin Bieber as the artist with the most monthly listeners on the music app with 85.6 million. And a minor league hockey team in Pennsylvania broke a record, not for goals, but for giving. The Hershey Bears in Pennsylvania host an annual teddy bear toss for local nonprofits. Mid-game last Friday, a total of 52,341 stuffed animals rained down from the stands onto the ice. It took 30 minutes to round them all up and restart play. That's it for KidNuz. Now, the KidNuz quiz. What's the name of the event in Austin, Texas, where you can find a collection of professionally designed forts? Fortlandia 2022. What is the forecast for Beijing, China, that's causing concern for the upcoming Olympics? Heavy smog. What's the name of the Girl Scout cookie that's in short supply? adventurefuls. What are some of the names up for consideration in Minnesota's snowplow naming contest? Betty Whiteout, Blizzard Hands, and Control Salt Delete. In our KidNuz Kicker, the pandemic has been tough for many of us, and one group decided they had to find a release. About 20 moms in the Boston area said they were so exhausted from work and childcare, they just wanted to scream. So they did. On a recent chilly night, the moms headed to a high school football field and gathered in a circle near the 50-yard line. And for 20 minutes, they just screamed at the top of their lungs. Sarah Harmon, a therapist, yoga teacher, and organizer of the gathering, told the New York Times the event was intended to be cathartic, to allow the moms to just let go for once. And she says this practice can be powerful and quite healing. And she admitted that night she had a great night's sleep. Before we go, we want to give a KidNuz shout-out, not a scream, to our terrific teachers and their students, Mrs. Nolan and her amazing class who love the news at PSIS 266 in Belrose, Queens, New York. Mrs. Gates at Oak Lawn Elementary in Menominee, Wisconsin. Mrs. Davis at La Entrada Middle School in Menlo Park, California. Ms. Rusk at Richland County Elementary in Ole, Illinois. And Miss D in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Thanks for listening. It really helps if you rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. And we hope you tune in for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.